YouTube! In today's video we're going to look at whether or not we're still bullish on Omi or not, and what's happening in the world of Ecomi and Veve. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so let's bring down our screen so we can see what's going on in the world of NFTs, and we start off with this. This is a horrible thing. As usual, this is somebody else getting scammed. This is a chap who's got a kid called Beast, Coda JK306. Well, I'm officially wrecked. This one got me. I'm probably going to be done in the space for a while. It was fun while it lasted. Pick on the right is the account that got me. Basically, unfortunately, he was in the middle of moving around his house, etc, etc. Lots of things going on in his life, and he accidentally clicked on a phishing link, and this was the phishing link, a kid called Beast, which is actually the account a kid called Bellust. So therefore, as you can see, that you can't really pronounce it because it doesn't make sense, but basically the L is missing and it's been moved to the end of called and then Beast. So basically it looks like a kid called Beast. He's got the blue check mark, which pretty much anyone can get now. And it did say when they started bringing out this blue checkmark stuff that basically that means that scammers can now just buy the blue checkmark and people will think they're legitimate. It's absolutely stupid, but you know, it is what it is. So therefore you've got to be super careful, and the way you can be careful, there's a couple of ways. Is firstly, I'm going to tell you that way now, which is brilliant. This is the Foolproof Labs. Now Foolproof Labs have actually come out with a wallet, I believe, and protocols and all kinds of things to stop this kind of stuff happening. So check out Foolproof Labs, go to their Twitter and subscribe. I haven't looked into them massively, but I did see this and I thought it was brilliant. This is basically a little diagram here on what wallets to have and how to stop yourself being hacked. The first thing is that you have a vault wallet. That is a wallet that you don't do anything with. You just have that wallet. Maybe it's a hardware wallet like Ledger or Trezor, and you just put everything on it and that's it. So basically you then have a hot wallet and you have a selling wallet. So your hot wallet is a wallet that you would make in MetaMask. You just click on the button that says make a new wallet and you've got another wallet address. It's completely separate to your other wallet, okay? And you make a selling wallet, you do exactly the same. And then you use that hot wallet to do anything to do with token gates, custom smart contracts, airdrop claims, mint, marketplace, anything like that, you use your hot wallet for. But you keep it empty except for a few tokens for gas. Now, this does get annoying sometimes, for me especially, because sometimes, for instance, if a company that I've got an NFT with, for example, they say, oh, you know, go to our Discord server and claim your prize, or go to this website and claim your mint or whatever, or we're going to do an airdrop for you. You have to have that NFT in that wallet, which is really annoying. So basically, that's how people get hacked. That's how they get scammed, because it's so easy, because you have to have that wallet, the NFT in the wallet. You think, oh, I'll leave that in there, and it's in your hot wallet and it stays in there, and then when you go and click on a phishing site, it takes it out without you realizing. To be honest, even if you connect your Vault wallet, which is your Ledger or your Trezor, to a phishing site, is that advanced now that just by the simple matter of connecting to it, they can access everything in your wallet and take it out. So do not connect to any of these sites. Now basically you have your hot wallet, that's what you use for connecting to all the rubbish that you might do. You have your selling wallet, which is where you would transfer stuff only to be sold. Now this does mean you have to pay gas to transfer things around, but you know, it's a small price to pay for being as security conscious as possible. Now, if you don't want to do all that stuff, because maybe you don't want to have millions of wallets and you don't want to get confused, or maybe you've got a wallet compromised already, get yourself the Aurox wallet. The Aurox wallet does a transaction simulation before every single thing that you sign. So therefore, it's going to tell you what you're going to lose out of your wallet. So if you've got NFTs in your wallet or tokens in your wallet, you sign a transaction, it will do a simulation and it will say, don't do that simulation, don't do that transaction, you would lose all of this, and it will tell you exactly. So it's brilliant. You can get one of those in the comments. It's also got a thing so that the tokens go into your wallet. You don't have to have a specific address for your Binance and for your ETH and all that. Well, it's the same address anyway, but you don't have to change the RPM token, or whatever it's called, the token up the top. All you have to do is send it directly to the wallet and it automatically populates. So that's pretty cool as well. And there's a few other good reasons. Check out this video up the top here, and you can see some more reasons to get that wallet, and also look into Foolproof Labs as well, because Aurox are not the only ones that are doing different wallets and stuff to try and keep you safe. There's plenty of protocols out there that you can get involved in, so check them all out. Go through Twitter, find yourself a secure protocol that you like, or secure wallet that you like, and make sure you stick with it. You don't have to just stick with MetaMask, because unfortunately things like that happen. So next up we got this. It's unfortunate to talk about this as well. Unfortunately, this is Silicon Secure. Now, I don't know him personally. I just know him from being on Twitter and you know, seeing some of his spaces and that kind of thing. Seems like a lovely chap, and he's really loved in the community. Unfortunately, he's not very well at the moment, to say the least. So if you want to support him, then make sure you go over to his Twitter, follow him on Twitter, find out what you can do to help. I believe he set up a foundation as well. I won't say much more than that, but those in the know will know. Those who don't, if you want to support him because you know him, then please go over to his Twitter and make sure you subscribe and, you know, reach out to him, because I'm sure he loves the fact that the community are really getting behind him at the moment, and in this times of need, essentially, then it's great to have a community behind you. And that is the great thing about Veve. The community is so nice. Next up is this. This is reasons to be bullish on Omi. Now, I had a little discussion with someone the other day. I'll talk about that in a second. But I was looking at this and I was thinking, like, you know, all these things that have just been coming out. Now, I don't know if you saw the update. There's some really good things in the update, but it was kind of things that we knew were coming. But there were also some sneaky things they put in there. And this is Potential Human. Potential Human here did a thread on Twitter. So let's run through this thread right now so we can talk about this, because I think it's quite interesting. So the too long didn't read version is that this is serious and capable company now. Buckle up, buttercup, as he puts it. So that's really funny. This thread will focus on what the updates indicate to potential internal status of the Veve app development. So this guy obviously knows about his app development, that kind of stuff, so therefore it's a good person to go to. So first up is what Veve is doing, Cash Out and Veveverse. Veve is not working on either one internally, and that's true. They find a company that does one thing exclusively, hires them to provide a plugin service. Veve code has to be architected to receive the plugin solution. So this is true with the Veveverse and obviously the Cash Out as well. They're not doing these things internally. In fact, they've done this with everything they do, whether it be the wallet, which is based on the Cool Wallet, whether they do the stuff inside the AR, that's obviously based on somebody else's code and they're just importing it to the app. Every single thing, in fact, is all white labeled and put into the app, no matter what it is. And that's the cool thing about Veve, is that they know how to sell their stuff. At the end of the day, they've white labeled these products. They're selling stuff. I don't believe they even make the collectibles themselves. They outsource it to be made to, you know, different in places. It's not like they hired a team originally and say, right, you're going to make collectibles. They outsourced it to a company. I believe they outsourced it to the guy who makes the game Epico Regal and his company. So they did that, and now these different companies, etc., etc. But the point is that they white label everything and they're good at it. So therefore, why should that be a bad thing? And as you can see, that's the great thing about it, is that means that they can get moving on things. And they do have some delays where they're waiting for other people to implement certain stuff and probably implement certain stuff into their platform, but it will get here in the end because of the fact that they're not solely working on that thing themselves, so they've got other things they can get done, essentially. This is where the potential excitement arises. Look at the localization. Now, this is interesting. The localization just came out the other day. David Yu was actually in the thing in Japan, and you can see him there. I believe he was on somebody else's stand. They were partnered, a bit like they do with Marvel, one of Japan's licensor companies, essentially. Somebody found on Twitter, I think it was Veve Meister, probably the German Veve YouTuber. If you haven't checked him out, then I will leave his details in the comments below. He was talking about that. Also, the localization means no embedded text in the app. So basically, what people were saying, well, you know, this should have come ages ago, and you would think that they would have just put Google in, essentially, because anyone can do that. You know, you can create a website now and just go, right, let's translate it with Google, and Google will automatically translate it, but this is actually embedded. So therefore, it means that, you know, they've actually got it all translated properly, rather than just literally putting the Google thing in there. So there's something coming. They've translated it to a few languages now, so that's great. It means that it can bring in more people, and when they start offering the IPs that these people know and love, they're more likely to come into the app, which is absolutely brilliant. To reach this level of code modularity indicates a mature and robust code development cycle, solid programmers, clear objectives, steady management. Once this level of maturation, is that a word? Maturation, I don't know how you say that, but anyway, put in the comments what you think it is achieved, really it is lost. Veve has demonstrated that they can technically deliver what they claim. So that's, you know, And the way he says it sounds absolutely brilliant. So it really does start you getting a little bit more bullish on the fact that they're putting all these things together. Now, this is really if you're into Veve, I guess. If you're into Omi, then not so much, because there's not so much going on there. But the biggest potential concern has always been ability for Veve to technically deliver. Great ideas are cheap and plentiful. Great execution for those ideas is rare. Recent advancements have indicated this concern is no longer relevant. Veve has stuck with the landing. And that's true. They have. They have now come out with the different things. While the blue chip NFT market out upon wild seas collapses, Veve market surges upwards. Well, yes and no, and there might be some reasons for that. One of the reasons it might be surging upwards at the moment is because there is no cash out. We should talk about that in a bit if I remember. Yeah, it has started surging upwards, which is pretty cool. And I think that's also because of the fact that they've been putting these things in place. People are starting to realise that it's not, a bad thing to invest in Veve NFTs, because, like Bored Ape Yacht Club is its lowest low at the moment in time. Azuki the other day released, was it Eternals, I think it was, and they were exactly the same as the other Azuki, and therefore their floor dropped massively, and then Azuki floor dropped massively as well. And these are all blue chip NFTs that people are talking about. And the people who are building things like Bored Ape Yacht Club and everything and that, they're trying to create an IP, whereas Veve has already got that IP. And that is the main difference between, blue chips or between any NFT that you go out there and try and get in on. It may pump for a little bit, but it's not an IP. It has to create its own IP, and that is where the crux of the matter lies. Because Veve have already got the IPs, it's more likely to succeed. And as you can see now, actually a lot of people, and now I did do some screenshots of this again, but I probably forgot to put them in, and that is that a lot of people are actually moving over from blue chips into Veve as well. There's a chap who sold his ape the other day for blue chip Veves, essentially some growls of Veve that we would like to call blue chip, I suppose. So that's really interesting as well, and that might be another reason why the prices are rising. So everything seems to be coming together for Veve. In terms of the cash out, a lot of people have been complaining it's not true. There is still a select few that are allowed to cash out, is what Omi Millionaire Tees is saying at the moment. But he's basing that on, sorry, not Omi Millionaire Tees, it's not him, it's Omi Millionaire. But he's basing that on the fact that Blockchain put this up the other day on his Twitter, which basically said that it was an email from Veve claiming that he got special privileges, etc, etc, and that was just a complete troll by Brock, by the way. So if you did see that and you thought that was real, then just make sure you read the fine print on that one, because he was just trolling and messing around. But some people did take it as real, unfortunately. But just to let you know, it's not real. Nobody has cash out at all in the app, because of the fact that obviously Wire went down, and that's a problem at the moment. But they are sorting it out, and they're going to bring cash out back. But who cares at the moment if it's making that market go up, because it's the trickle-down effect, isn't it? Exactly what happened last time when people are selling their growls that they buy, and maybe they sell something secret rare that they managed to just get on the drop. Incidentally, the waitlist for comics is now out, so obviously Hulk will be coming out soon. They have mentioned that that's going to be coming out. I tried the first ever waitlist for the comics the other day, and I managed to get a rare for it. I didn't actually want the comic. I'm not really into Veve collectibles much anymore. I'm more into the Omi side, but the only reason for that is because the prices have dropped. So when the prices start going back up, I'll probably start FOMO in like the rest of you, basically. So, but the point is that is the, I don't know if that comic's a good one, but I wanted to try it out, see the drop all worked and everything, and now I'm ready for the Hulk drop. So, yeah, I was pleased with that. The thing worked flawlessly, so therefore the waitlist is working, and I managed to get myself a spot, and you can probably buy that comic at the moment anyway. I don't think they sold out, but, I was pleased to get that little notification. One thing I did notice is that there was no notification that popped up on my notifications on my phone, unless I just missed it. So even though the time had passed, it wasn't until about 10 past I looked down and I was like, oh, I wonder if I got it. And then I logged back into the Veve app, and then it came up and said you've got 4 minutes to buy it. So, just beware of that. If you do want to get it, don't go off and do something and come back later, because you've only got 15 minutes to buy the thing. So next up is this. I was talking with Brock Blockchain the other day. Many of you know Brock from the Veve community, and I was basically saying that, obviously the prices have only been slightly going up now, but it doesn't seem to be much that they're talking about to do with Veve. And he said something that's very sort of poignant here, and he said that the plan seems set. It's pretty sound from what I read. The blockchain team will produce or be replaced, as it seems very important to Veve. So essentially, they've now got a blockchain team on board, which means they're going to be pushing the Omi side of things even more. Before, they had, just a few people who were doing stuff to do with the Omi token and, researching a few bits and bobs. Now they've actually got a dedicated blockchain team, and they would not employ those people for the sake of it. At the end of the day, the company was running on not a shoestring budget essentially, but it was running on a shoestring of people, wasn't it? People complaining there wasn't enough people on the team. Now they've got a dedicated team to the blockchain. Obviously, like it said, it's going to be they're going to be replaced if they don't produce anything. So that team is going to want to produce as much as they possibly can. So good things coming for Omi, we hope. And finally, as Brock says just here, that there's a blockchain team plus Puddin. So Puddin is a genius. We know this. He did all of the different numbers, charts and everything when he first came out with Veve. He's been in Veve a long time. He knows all about it. He's been helping Reese to put together the ideas for the token itself and for making it, a success essentially. So as Randy Chavez says at the very end, in Puddin we trust.